What's going on, everybody? Mike here, AHC Garage. Welcome back to the channel. You guys are new to the channel. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and also turn that notification. And today we're back with another episode on our EM1 restoration project. On the previous episode, we finished off the undercoating and also put up the fuel tank. And today's episode, we are ready to put back the front and rear suspension. We'll start off from the back and worked our way back up in the front. Now to start off this, we're gonna start with the trailing arm bushing from Hardrace and also the freshly powder coated trailing arm and all the components. Let's go to the station and see what we got.
All right, so yeah, this is the extractor tool and installer tool for trailing arm bushings on any kind of, I would say anything from a DA all the way up to an Integra, Civic, EK, EG, EF. This one will do all of them. It has an adapter ring for the DA. The DA trailing arm bushing is a little bit bigger, so that would go on here. The kit is pretty simple. This piece here will fit directly through here. As you see, it holds the bushing in there perfect. This also will go onto here, as you can see, hook onto the trailing arm, and this is what we're going to use to press it in and out. It's a pretty simple setup. It's also designed to be used on the car, but since we have it off the car, we're going to give it a shot right here, see how it goes. I never used it off the car. Might be a little pain in the butt because I have to torque it. I'm not sure. We're going to give it a shot. If it seems like it doesn't work, me and Mike already talked about maybe installing it on the car and doing it there.
Hey John, quick question. So we got these trailing arms obviously powder coated.
Oh yeah.
Do you think we have to do some sort of preparation before that bushing go back in?
I mean, if it's not creek coat, I know creek coat is very thin. This does add some mass to it. We'll have to see. It might not be a bad idea to maybe just try and see if I can't take a little bit of the powder coat off right there. We don't want to leave exposed metal either, but it is a press fit into there with the bushing. We'll take a look at it, but we might end up having to sand a little bit of the powder coat off because it's kind of thick. It's almost like a ceramic. All right, what we have here is our Hardrace trailing arm bushings. What I like to do is take them and put them in the freezer. Also, I like to sand off the powder coat that's on there too. And I add a little bit more taper to the edge. The whole idea about putting these in the freezer is metal contracts when cold and expands when it's hot. Maybe this will what should I say? Shrink it down a little bit so it fits in a little bit better. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't make a difference, but always do. It's not that hard of a step. So we're gonna throw a little bit of grease on here and see how it goes. All right, so we just pressed this one with the tool here. It's a little bit more difficult. This tool works to get it done, but it's really meant to be in the car. On the bench here, it's not so good, but we happen to have a really nice pneumatic hydraulic press over here, and we're gonna use it to press the other one in. Let's go see. All right, so we got this one pressed in. It was a whole lot easier, but I mean, not everyone has a pneumatic press. Even, you know, a Harbor Freight, like jack press, those are pretty good too. This worked out real nice. Everything went in a lot easier. Mike's arms are not falling off like the first one. Oh, that boy's pumped up right now. But yeah, I think we're good to go on this one. Time to put them on the car.
guys, just like that, we got the rear trailing arm bushing installed from Hardrace, and now guys, we are ready to install our rear suspension. We got a bunch of new parts and also reconditioned parts. Now over here we have our rear spindle that we went ahead and powder coated with the factory finish, just like the rear trailing arm. They are beautiful. Now before we can get these installed to the trailing arm, we need to go ahead and use our tap and die set and clean out the strap, because some of the powder coating in the thread, we don't want to have any issues putting those bolts back together in case they do cross-threaded. Over here we have a brand new set of emergency e-brake cables right over here. They are brand new, still available. Very, very happy able to get a set. We got both set rear tow arm and also rear lower control arm. They're both brand new OEM. We have a set of rear camber arm. We're going to be going with some OEM plus setup here on our project here. So we're probably going to go with a set of coilovers. With that being said, the car's probably going to be lower between 1.5 inches to 1.75 inches. So going to have some camber, and we have the perfect setup rear camber arm from Hardrace. And along with that, we got some other brackets for the sway bar and things of that nature. And also we have a drawer full of brand new fastener for the rear suspension. As far as right now, we're gonna work in the back suspension for now, and then eventually we're gonna work it back up in the front like we mentioned before. So let's go ahead and go to the bench and go ahead and get this thread cleaned up so we can get started installing the rear trailing arms. All right, guys, we're making really good progress here on the rear suspension. We got everything looking brand new back here. We just installed a brake shield. Now, these shields are no longer available. We're able to go ahead and powder coat them, and it looks brand new. Along with that, obviously, we got a brand new OEM wheel bearing along with all the brand new hardware. And take a look at the lower control arm, the Hardrace camber up on the very top, arm in the back. Oh man, it's coming out so nice. Now we got the other side to finish up, and then once that finish up, we'll jump on to the second part of the rear suspension. We got the rear brake rotor, we got the caliper, we got our stainless steel brake line, which we're gonna show you in just a little bit, and also we're gonna show you guys our new coilover setup. So before we do that, let's go and finish up the driver's side. we're making really great progress on the rear suspension. We almost got everything installed. Now let's move on to our second batch of parts that we have right here on the table. We have a little bit of everything. We have some aftermarket, brand new OEM, remanufactured, and we finished factory OEM parts that is freshly powder coated. Now, start off the very top of the table, we have our rear sway bar along with the rear caliper cover. Over here we have a set of brand new remanufactured rear calipers that are super fresh. Over here we got some factory brand new OEM parts, rear sway bar link that's not available. Somehow we're able to source a pair. Rear brake rotors, they're still available and they are brand new. And over here in this gray box, I want to give a shout out to Fortune Auto. Send us over a set of their 500 series coilovers. Now I sort of got a box open, but not all the way. The reason for that is because I want to show you guys how well these coilovers are packaged. Now, take a look at this right here. Certificate of assembly signed by Clark, Mr. Clark over here. And also, take a look at all the hardware. That's actually pretty cool. So why don't we take a quick moment to wrap these coilovers and see what they look like. Guys, here we have our Fortune Auto 500 coilovers for our EM1 restoration project. Now, these coilovers are 100% hand-built and 100% customizable. Now, these coilovers are straight out of the box. We didn't get any option because these coilover is exactly what we want for our build, just out of the box, and it's perfect. Up in the front here is 10K spring. In the back's 8K 24-way adjustable dampening, and also come with a 5-year warranty. Now, these coilovers are at $1,850 MSRP. In case you guys are interested, we go ahead and put a link in the bottom of the description, and you guys can pick up your own set. Now, let's go ahead and start off with the rear coilovers, then we can move on to the rest of the parts here. Guys, with the coilovers out of the way, next up, let's go ahead and work on the brakes. And last but not least, the very last item for us to finish up the rear brakes, we have a set of stainless steel brake line from Spoon Sports USA. Now open up the kit. The kits come with both front and rear brake lines along with all of the crush washers and also all the mounting tabs. Now over here we have all brand new OEM hardware and we have 2 freshly powder coated rear caliper covers. And guys, with the rear sway bar installed, we're all done with the rear brakes and the suspension, and we're gonna wrap this video up. On the next episode, we'll be installing the front subframe, the steering system, the brakes, and the suspension. If you don't want to miss, make sure you guys subscribing to our channel and also turn on notification. And don't forget, follow us on our social media pages, both Facebook and Instagram at Acura Honda Classic. My name is Mike. On behalf of AHC Garage, thank you so much for watching. We hope to see all of you next week.